I sound echo-ish.
Perfect.
Does I sound like an echo?
For real,
Yeah.
it would be perfect.
I want
How do we fix
with
the
it.
echo?
I think it might just be on our end.
I think the kids did something.
them kids. Dang it. Don't be messing with adult stuff.
Okay. Put it back the way you got it.
And then they said they were cussing.
Oh.
We're going to tell Miss Rose.
Let me get my exploring at Walmart and see what they got other equipment for.
What?
Are we?
Okay.
Yeah, we're on.
Okay.
All right.
Hello, everybody out there, and how you doing, land? Wherever you are today, we're hoping if you're in Louisville that you're somewhere warm. We are the Voices of Pain and Mothers with a Message. I am Elgina Smith, Anthony Jerome Smith's mother, and this is...
I'm Cindy, Alexandria's mother.
And I'm Lisa. I'm Andre DeVille Scott Jr.'s mother, better known as Dre.
We have been blessed to have completed how many podcasts?
14.
14?
I went through.
On here,
We
but
have 14
two
on here.
Yeah, so
that-
16. This is
Yeah.
number 17,
This is number
actually.
17.
17. Wow, you guys, I want to just say that if you hear echo in the background, we are working on that. Still, 17 episodes later, we still have a couple of
technical difficulties.
We
and
had
so-
somebody messing with the thing,
Yeah.
and we're learning this, and then when it moves around, we don't know how to fix it. So,
Yeah. So bear
please
with us. The message is more than the mess, okay? So we're really thankful to be here today. 17 episodes completed. We want to say thank you to Cindy for getting them all uploaded.
Thank you,
and making
Cindy.
sure that, we have a landing spot. And we want to say thank you to Lisa. Lisa is very well...
Thank you. Good.
she makes sure that she engages with those listeners and all over the world. She's gaining new relationships with those that just tune in and let us know how we're doing. And so we appreciate each and every one of you all, especially those that are abroad. We may never have met in person, but you're becoming our extended family,
My
and that is so
sister
awesome.
from Africa, hey 20, we have the same birthday, so
Oh.
we're birthday twins. Scorpio sister too. She wrote me a personal message. It wasn't on our podcast, and it was a shout out to Elgina in our last podcast.
Thank you so much.
She said, after 11 years, you look great.
Thank you.
She said, me and Cindy are looking great, but she said 11 years. She said, you're moving forward, doing the same thing, and she's very proud of us, me and you, Cindy, too, because we're out speaking about this. So I want to thank you. Thank you,
Thank you
Birthday
for
Twin.
noticing us. Thank you for
I had some
taking the
other
time to look.
messages just to keep going with that. Some of them come to me personally, like my mom listens to this. Hey, Mom. Shout out to my
Hey,
mom.
Lisa's mom.
Always shout out to my brother Chance. She had happy tears over your poem.
Oh, thank you so much.
And my mom is very thankful that I have this space to walk through this grief journey with other mothers that are actually physically sitting here with me. When my brother passed away 28 years ago, she didn't really have anything. They had random internet things, and it was not like the closest we have.
Absolutely.
So I just want to tell everybody that's from day one, because I got messages, how you doing this? She knew me from basically day one, Elgina. I was not talking. I came to the meetings. I didn't say anything. Personally at home, I just want to say I actually sometimes didn't shower, and I know maybe some of us did. I would sweep the floor and it'd be in a pile, or I wouldn't sweep the floor. I really wouldn't care. So if you're at day one in the first few months, I wouldn't expect you. If you could, it'd be great to jump on a podcast and get everything out, but I couldn't. This is just my story now at this point in time.
Life is still lifing with us, and every week it's a umph. This is my reason why. So it is the reason why I get up on Mondays. It's the reason why I brush my hair. It's the reason why I put clothes on Mondays, because of this podcast. Otherwise, I'd probably be Netflix and chilling somewhere.
It could be worse than Elgina.
Yeah, I definitely look at Mondays as my pause. Grief for me has kept me busy. I went straight into working, and I didn't want to be bitter, so I started doing things that I felt like that would help me feel better. And that's twofold. It can be very, very, very helpful, and then it can be very, very hurtful, because if you don't take the time to pause it with yourself and actually process what you're feeling, you're never really healing. And so it's been 11 years, but not all of those 11 years have I really attended to my own healing. I want to be very, very transparent. You can look, because we'll smile in a minute, and people ask you, how you doing? You say, I'm okay. I'm okay.
It's my day, smiley faces.
Smiley face, yeah. So you have to be real with yourself, you know? And if you are not going to deal with your grief is going to deal with you. And so coming on Mondays, either facilitating or getting to sit in a session like I will today. Shout out to Letha for leading today's
Letha Lynn.
session. Grief is compound. You may not be in the state of mourning the loss of your loved one today, but there's always something else going on in your life. It can be a court date. It can be an anniversary date. It can be just life is hard today. So Mondays that we're together allows me to pause, and so I really do appreciate our Mondays.
We love you too.
Yeah,
Thank you.
love y'all.
Love you. Yay. Monday we get to bond more. We get to know more personally about each other, and that's helped us express what we have to say on the Mondays. Because the text today was, "What are we talking about?" She said, "I don't know," and she said, "I don't know," and I was like, "Okay, I don't know," and I just sent a smile. We'll figure this
We'll
out.
figure it out as
And
we
it
go.
always happens, because even when we plan to talk about whatever the topic is, the couch lets us know what needs to be said. Once we sit down here together, we feel each other's energy. We are able to play off of each other, fill in the blanks, and that's when you know that you have real community with somebody. You know, we do life independently and separate, but when we come together, we fill each other in. We let each other know. I can look in her eyes and know if something ain't right, and I can tell her something ain't right with her, and they can tell her something ain't right with me. And it's beautiful to not know what to expect, because if everything is rehearsed, then it's not real, it's not raw, and it's not organic.
And then
we don't
some of
want that
us-
for you guys.
We remember certain things that I remembered when Elgina we was giving her a shout out about her son's anniversary date, anniversary date. I personally remember 9 days later, she didn't get to see her until she got to see her son, which resonated with me because it was 9 days for me. And also I found out, talking to Cindy, it was 9 days for her. So we didn't get to see our child for 9 days after they were murdered. I remembered Elgina's date because I was like, okay, it was the 7th. And I made sure I just sent her hugs. She
So
loves
sweet.
sunflowers. I just sent her emojis of
So
sunflowers. It's something little I could do. It didn't cost anything. It just took me a moment of time to say, hey,
And it
Elgina.
meant the world, you know. And the last time we had a podcast, Cindy knew, you know, it was AJ's birthday. She had nerds sitting in the seat because we carpool. And she had nerds. I was like, you know, you can't ask for a better group of friends, especially if you are in this is your real life. Get in community with another person that understands. You know, you may not have that same identical story, but just doing life with another person that can relate to you has changed my entire life.
I have a safe place to release, where I don't feel like bugging or putting my grief onto somebody else who is not in that, because I'm in a space where we're all doing it at the same time. Like when I'm at home and stuff, I sometimes have to keep it at bay because I don't want to put that out on my husband when he's already having a bad day, or in my kids. So this is a place where I can just release, and I feel safe
And
to
I
do
love
so.
that we support each other so much. The other day, Cindy spoke, and I found out, and did I really want to go to that meeting? Yes, I'm a part of that group, but I don't go to their monthly meetings. Did I really want to go for the meeting? No. What I went for was Cindy. When she spoke, and I led the applause afterwards, and I made sure everybody stood up for her because it's very hard to speak.
It is. Good
We
job,
might be meeting millions. We are going to meet millions on this podcast, but a million
Absolutely.
people aren't standing right here in this other background room watching us. It's just us
hard.
here, and I feel more comfortable. But when she stood up, it gave me courage to be like, okay, Cindy, you can do it. I'm not ready yet,
Still
but I
doing
can
it
do
with
it.
tears,
Yeah.
but I did it.
And like our
The tears
sister
don't ever have to
Reverend Roz says, there's a prophet named Jeremiah who was a weeping prophet.
Weeping prophet.
So I'll take that name
Okay.
too.
I'm just cleansing my soul.
Absolutely.
I'm just watering my
I
garden
always
because I
heard-
am going to grow.
I always heard if you are easy to cry, you have a tender heart. And so don't ever lose your tender heart. Either one
That's
of you.
right.
And I also heard when you love your child hard, you grieve harder.
Absolutely.
Because mine was, I think all three of ours was our firstborn.
First.
No, mine was my second.
Second, but ours was our firstborn sons. And both of our sons were juniors, so they was supposed to carry on their name and legacy, and that was cut short. It was stolen from us.
Allie was my twin. She looked
Yes.
just like me. She acted just like me. And she did everything that I didn't get to do because I became a mama early, and she didn't. So
Well, Dre was always the cool uncle. He didn't become a father.
that's what Allie said she was going to do.
And I'm not sad about it. I'm sad that he didn't have kids in one way, but I'm also okay with it because I don't have another little Dre looking at me and then one day saying, "Mommy, where's Daddy?" So I don't personally have to go through that. So
So I'm in the
I'm
middle.
taking that.
I'm in the middle. I'm sad and I'm okay.
Sad and okay.
Two realities can coexist at the same time. March the 14th, AJ will be turning 30, so he was taken at 18. And to know he's been dead all of his 20s and seeing his young friends getting married and having babies, the would have, could have, supposed to be, they do haunt my mind. And now that he has a new nephew and how awesome he's been with his nieces and nephews that are now teenagers, I know he would have loved this baby down, you know? And those things, you know, I don't believe the perpetrator, the person that actually is the one that injured the life of our loved one, really understands the magnitude of what they took. You took one physical body, but you shattered
Tons of people.
so many family members. The puzzle piece that he occupied in all of our lives, baby, you messed up the picture. It doesn't
Same
look the
here.
same. It's abstract as hell. And I don't very seldom cuss, but I feel it.
It very much is because now we have to crop our son's pictures in to family pictures.
Yeah.
And
We
we
have to
can't
go
get
from
an updated
past to
one.
present. We have to literally steal from the past to bring it
into the
forward to the present, so
So
that
Gina made me a wonderful picture on an app she had what our child would look like in the future. It was like, oh my God, Dre didn't get to look like that, but it looks like Dre as a young grown man. I've saved that picture. I got that picture in my home. So
she calls it sexy Dre.
sexy Dre.
Yeah. I had to stand in front of a room full of at-risk teenagers, and I really wanted to paint them a picture. I wanted them to know that an 18-year-old laid in the casket, but each and every year, because he really has a birth date to go with this death date, I have to celebrate alone. And my family and I, we still buy a cake. We still sing happy birthday. We still give to organizations in his name because his legacy still has to live on. He's went from 18 dead to now, March the 14th, 30 years old. I would have a 30-year-old child. That is crazy to my mind. I was 18 years old having this young man.
And see, that's on Dre's birthday. He'll be 29. And I became a mother at 29, but my son's not here to keep adding these years with me. Like he's, he doesn't, my math don't math up.
Allie would be 27 this year in November. But it's real. the legacy that we continue on with our children after they're gone. You know, I did that speech and I really had to think about Allie as a past tense, and that it was one of the hardest things to speak is to speak on your child and who she was in the past tense when she was so amazing that she should still be here today and still be, you know, becoming a mother. Or she didn't really ever want to be a mom. She wanted to be that aunt that did everything, you know, with them. And she was an auntie to
Yes, AJ.
everybody's kid. You know, she was everybody's auntie. She loved every kid, and those are just, I miss it so much. And we're coming, March 14th is her son's birthday, but it is my daughter's death day. And it will be 6 years this year. And I have been in a fog for the last 2 weeks. Just your body, the trauma that you are in from something like this. You can keep on going every day, but it still hurts you inside, regardless of the year, regardless of what year it is or how long it's been.
So on Dre's birthday, don't really sing anymore, but he loved chocolate cake with chocolate icing. So I always make sure I eat a cupcake. It's got to be chocolate. And also, me and my son smoke marijuana, so we smoked a blunt together. Sorry if other people don't do it, but that helps me grieve, and that's what me and my child did. And so I do it in the safety of my home, but
We go.
that's what I do for my son.
We
on
go
his
to her
birthday.
favorite restaurants. Whatever, we'll go and we'll go to El Nepal and I'll order the rice and chicken with the white sauce on top of it. But she doesn't like the rice; she likes French fries. So we substitute, and it'd be French fries with chicken and the white sauce on
Really?
top of it.
I
And
might
that's
have
what
to
we do
try
for an
that.
appetizer. It's really, really good.
And see, she's able to eat her daughter's favorite food, and I can't even stand the smell of chicken Alfredo anymore.
Wow.
I can't do Cane's, and that was her favorite
Dre's
restaurant.
food, favorite go-to was chicken Alfredo, and I've tried to make it. I can't. Yeah,
AJ loved my cooking, but if he was doing some fast food, it was 2 McChickens, plain, with barbecue sauce, a Sprite and some fries. And he loved pizza, and he loved ribs, but he wasn't a real out to eat kind of guy.
Mama's food.
He
Great.
had so many food allergies, you know.
Yeah.
I think that thank you for being honest about the 14th, you know. February the 7th and March 14th are really close in time. So I go from the greatest loss of my life to needing to celebrate his life. And I've been an emotional roller coaster for, all of, can I be honest?
All of
Oh,
2020.
2020.
All 2026. Because this came in here like a hurricane. And it's not asked for permission. It's destroyed a lot of new memories that we were thinking that we were going to come into 2026 with.
Love you, my sister.
Some of our survivor sisters are experiencing the loss of a child for the second round.
We
I'm
have one of our
thinking, oh my
sisters,
gosh.
Miss Tanya, has lost her cousin.
It's Tanya.
That's all the information I have about that. Just shout out. You know, we love you, Miss
Thanking
Tanya.
you, Miss
And
Tanya.
anybody who has lost anybody.
Dee is who I was
Miss Dee.
specifically speaking about. She has her first child, Michael, and now she has
Her second one,
Andre.
Andrew.
Andrew. I'm sorry. Andrew.
Drew.
Yeah, Drew. That's what I
people
should have
knew,
said,
yeah.
Drew.
The people, it was so crazy because when I went into his funeral, I have my sisters who were there, but I also have family that was there that knew Drew from the football family. And I walked in there to hold on to a lot of people that day. It was,
Yeah. And that was the actual day of AJ's
yes.
death anniversary. It's crazy. So I'm going to always hold February 7th with Dee in my heart. And I know all of us will, but gee whiz.
Because that's that one thing that as a mother, when you lose a child to violence, you are afraid that it's going to happen again. I mean, I know for me, I do. I pray every night and every morning. You know, I pray every night, please keep my children safe. I pray every morning, thank you for keeping us safe, you know, every morning, because that is
Yeah,
a
it's
nightmare,
yeah.
a nightmare for me, is
Because
that
the
I'm going to lose another
siblings
child.
dealing with their brother and sister's death is hard. I had to deal with that, and when my brother died, he was 18.
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah.
So that's been 28 years of loss of a brother. I'm real sensitive around car wrecks. He died in a car wreck. I always wear my seatbelt. I've stopped my car when I was driving before my injury to my eye. It made my children all put on their seatbelts. Like they used to think when they was kids the car would not start unless the seatbelts were clicked
That's
in.
right.
But that was our little house rule because I explained to them later on, you know,
Safety.
my brother died in a car wreck, and maybe if he would have had his seatbelt on. But then too, I try not to go back. The shoulda, woulda, couldas come through. But then I try not to dwell on that because I physically can't change that in my life. So I have to deal with.
I'm with you with that car seat thing. I try my best. My goddaughter, 20 years old. So it was AJ, then it was her. I never saw her leaving this earth from being in a car accident. The car flipped over. She was dangling. It was horrible. And because she's my best friend's child, and that's my goddaughter. I'm a cosmetologist, and they were like, she's in a bad way. We don't know if we can get her visible enough for you all to see her. I said, let me see her. And that was one of the hardest, realest things that I've ever had to do was to work on her body to make her look presentable for her mother. Oh, and I had my own pain. You know what I mean?
And see,
She
why I had
came
to-
home from the hospital to my house.
I had to tell the funeral director, if you can't make him look like this, and this was a picture of him, close the casket. So, and then the 9 days, because of, I don't know what was going on, he was overbooked. The day of the funeral, I had to walk in there and view my child to make sure he was okay. So that was hard. That was the longest walk
It
ever.
is.
I just asked them, I said, please make sure her eyebrows are did and she has lashes on and nails on, please. And nothing else. That's it. That's all she has to have. And they did. They made sure her eyebrows were did. They made sure she had eyelashes, and they took off her old nails and put some new press-on nails on, which they said they probably wouldn't, like that was one of the main things they said they probably wouldn't be able to do because it wouldn't stick. But it ended up working. So
Oh, my baby
I
was
was very
handsome.
happy.
So I give a shout out to you, Gina, for being able to do that, especially
Yeah.
for your
Yeah.
goddaughter.
She-
But the
she's-
people who do that, I don't know their technical name in the funeral home.
I've done it for years,
But thank you.
it's a lot. It's a lot when you're doing it for
good.
your family, you know.
My baby looked like she was just laying there in peace, asleep. She
She had this
literally.
big shiny suit on, tuxedo. He was just smiling like,
Yeah.
I'm good, Mom.
I buried AJ in a hoodie. I said he's going home. I didn't make him look anything like, you know. I'm pretty sure all my church family was like, "Oh my gosh!" He had on all white. He had on a white Louisville hoodie because he was a diehard Louisville Cardinal fan. He had his Beats ear set on his head. He had his designer belt. You know, he just looked like he was asleep. But I could tell that from where he suffered his injury, he squinted his eyes, and a mother can spot anything. And I don't think he looked like he was at peace. He looked like he had pain, and that concerned me so much.
I'll try. We try to put Allie in her favorite outfit, which was she lost her best friend 18 months before she was murdered, and she had a shirt made, and she wore it every day. I'm gonna be all the way honest. She probably wore it more than every. Like she had it on every single day, and that's what we were gonna send her home in, and her favorite pair of Rockaway jeans, but the fluid that they put in them, the bombing fluid, it swelled her up, so none of her clothes fit her. So I got a phone call on my way to the funeral home that I needed to find her something else to wear. And so I had to go shopping. On a COVID, everything shut down week, nothing was open, and luckily I could go to Rainbow real quick because even in the stores they were only allowing a certain amount of people in at a time and all that other stuff, that ones that were open. And I just had to, literally, me and the youngest daughter, my youngest daughter, Brooklyn, we went in there and just was like, just find something. Because I was not in the right mind. I was not in the right mind to be looking for an outfit.
I'm thankful the funeral director did say go 2 sizes bigger.
They didn't tell me that. I told them to cut it. I said, just cut it and lay it on her.
I did end up buying Dre like a 3X coat, but because of the swelling with death, they had to cut up the back. But I didn't really care. I got to keep his bow tie, which is one of his little favorite cousins his older favorite cousin has a bow tie, and he was cremated. So I didn't
AJ
care
was
about
cremated too.
all 3 of our children were cremated actually.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So it didn't really matter where the coat went. I didn't want it but I dressed up Dre because this was his final show on Earth. And when my baby dressed up, y'all know he looked good. I mean, he was sexy Dre then. So that's why I chose to do that.
AJ used to love suits when he was in, going kindergarten, whenever they were promoted. But I just sent him in some everyday clothes,
Yeah,
like
that's it.
how he left out the back door. And I mean, who can make that decision? Like, you get 3 days to really figure all this out. And his outfit was the least of my concerns because I was like, dang, I don't even know who he would want to be here and not be here because they're 18. And so with that pain and frustration and all of the everything that just circled around making these final decisions, in one of my books, one of my first published pieces, I put a living will in there for children under 21 so that they can have this real conversation with their parent and say, if something was to happen to me, what would I want? Like, they have their own genre of music. They have their own, people that they listen to for poetry. They have, a certain style. I wanted to make sure that I got it all right because this is the last act of love that you're doing for your kid. And there was just too many questions. So I don't want any parent to feel like they're going to get it wrong and then question themselves. Did I do this right? Was everything the way that it was supposed to be? I even put in there, not to, hog up any time, but who to give their clothes, like make 3 pals, give away, give somebody to something. I don't know exactly what it is because I haven't read it in a long time, but there are so many people that asked for just something of age, and in that moment, you're not ready to depart with those
4 years
items.
later,
Yeah.
I'm not ready to part. I've
But
given
if
away a few little minute, like I could not wear his earrings that he wore. I did not want to see blood. But I know they cleaned them, but I gave them to my sister. Because I know at the end of the day, my sister will keep them. And
Yeah.
like,
And those are the decisions, man. Like, in that book, it goes very detailed. Who do you want to give those precious keepsakes to? What do you want to do with the clothes? I had still 11 years with 2 things of clothes that it was easy to give away the school uniforms. It was easy to give away, some of the church clothes and all the things, but the clothes that
personal,
you
everyday,
saw
the
him
hoodies.
walking around and there's a shirt that I got in a Ziploc bag with another bag that still has his scent on there. 11 years later, and so it's crazy, what the heart and the mind make you do to preserve love.
I had very few of his clothes left at my house because he had moved in with his girlfriend. And actually, I'm down to 2 hoodies I have. So everybody knows that they're not being given up. They're mama's hoodies. I wear them on his, I wear his orange hoodie with his Nike hoodie on the day he passed away.
AJ was a Jordan, Nike, Air Apostle, button-up, Rocco Velva kind of back guy. He was fly. Y'all think I'm fly? He got it from his mama.
Okay.
When I tell you that boy, don't get him clean. Don't let him have a fresh haircut. He was cute. Okay, he was clocking. Yeah.
Shout out to our handsome,
really.
sons and daughter.
Allie was just about. She didn't wear makeup. Her eyebrows had to be done, and she had to have eyelashes on and her nails done. That was
Raw
her.
beauty.
Dre would just
Yeah.
clean up and just smells so good. And just get,
But I
wish
still
could have
have-
a big hug from him.
Yeah, I still have all of Allie's clothes. I still have her couch. I still have her whole apartment is in my house, and I this past summer we got rid of the broken bed parts and the old mattresses. I finally did start getting rid of some of it, but you know, when you start going through it, it starts bringing back memories, and then you're just like, I don't want to get rid of it because that's a memory, and if I get rid of this, am I going to forget the memory because I got rid of it? And that's where I'm at right now, is I'm just so worried that if I get rid of things, I'm going to forget that memory that went with that, because it's no longer there to be in my vision to remember.
So I'd like to say to some of you newer moms, 11 years later, and she's got, 7 years on me, she still has clothes. She's still giving her this stuff. So don't worry about what you're going to do with it right now, because I
If it
still have
doesn't feel
clothes.
good to you making the decision, don't make it.
Don't make it.
There's time. I know our time is cut short, our kids' time, but there's time to do it later. Hopefully, there's time to do it later. Don't force yourself into something that makes you
don't.
uncomfortable.
I don't anymore. I did, and I would get really upset at myself because I couldn't get through it, and I was feeling like I was failing because I was unable to get through it. But then I realized that it's just not. I'm not there yet. I'm not ready for that
Gotta be
part.
gentle.
And now I have things that. Ideas that I've come along with, the stuff that I still have, like I want to make blankets for each one of my kids with our clothes, and they all just get a piece of every piece of clothing, but you know, a gift to my grandgirls that they can have of their aunties, you know, just stuff like that, that I'm glad that I didn't get rid of everything. Because
Absolutely.
now I can make even teddy bears out of it. Like I've seen people make teddy bears out of different pieces of their clothing.
There's shirts
and-
and jeans, and
yeah,
they're really
like
cute.
it's really cute. And
is.
I'm telling you, I've got a whole basement full of all of her stuff, her shoes, her clothes, everything. Like, but little by little, I am
by
starting
little.
to release.
Yeah. I'm going to
It
frame
takes
some of
time,
AJ's
yeah.
stuff. My heart's desires to do, kind of like you said. Never wanted to make a, like a, what do they call it when you,
Like a quilt.
Collage.
no, like an altar. I'm not worshiping him, but
Right.
I definitely want to memorialize some meaningful things. And
So I don't do the altar thing.
yeah, I don't.
I got his shoes in one spot, like all the Dre stuff. That way, that area is sort of protected in my home.
Absolutely, I understand that. So we are really coming close to time, ladies. It's been just a great conversation. And like we said, what was today's topic? We don't know. We just wanted to get on here, be raw, real, and relevant. Let you know that we're going to always come to you with some information that just may help you. You might be just in thought, and this may intrigue you to feel to connect or to
Yeah, my
allow.
message today is reach out to somebody, because I had to sit and think, what do I want? And I said, I wish I had me a Lisa, but there's only one. I'm original. So randomly, I will send somebody a text. If you text me back, do I care? Yes or no? No, not really. I'm just thinking of you at that time. It's not about
That's
me.
awesome.
So I make sure in my grieving journey, I remember people. And try to remember people. I try to invite people to the meetings. Hey, we're on the podcast, and I am on you on the podcast, subscribers. We have went up from 17, we had 19 last time. We're up to 28 subscribers.
Yeah, keep
But
subscribing.
we need to get, not cricket, no cricket. We need to get some more subscribers.
So tell a friend.
Tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm going to go over the numbers in Louisville, Kentucky. For homicides, this year we're at 12.
12.
Yeah. And it's actually higher than last year's. The non-fatal shootings. What are you doing? Because it's saying only 12 of those too. Wait a minute. It is saying 32. So we got 32 non-fatal shootings, 12 homicides, and the shot spotters is 761.
761 shots. And we are
These
not
babies.
even
Yeah.
60 days in.
Yeah.
So if we did 60 divided by 12, that's about 3 people a day since the beginning of the year.
Yep. And that's about right. And we had a very, very bad weekend this weekend. Like I just kept hearing,
So at 5.
think.
Yeah, she said 5. It's like 5 people. Dang.
yeah, but the number is a little bit higher at this moment than it was last year. We only had 11 at this time last year, and we have 12 now. So, that's what I look for.
Yeah. So as we end this, not because we don't want to stay with you, but we have to go to our in-person session, and those are held every other Monday. Please connect with the ACE Healing Project page, where we have all of our updates there. It's also, it's a landing page. If you're feeling a certain type of way and you need some support, leave your information there. One of us will always be checking that page. Again, I'm Elgina Smith. I am the mother of Anthony Jerome Smith Jr., and mine is live your life with gratitude. Keep that as your set attitude. I'm living this moment for legacy that is also a part of the love that I have still left in my body for my son. We have that umbilical cord love, and it ain't going nowhere.
I'm Cindy, mother to Alexandria, and we do our triple L's. We love everyone, not forgetting ourselves. We laugh because it's healing contagious, and we live and not just survive.
And I am Lisa. I'm Dre's mom. And do right every day. Thank you.
Dre!
Dre Day.
Till next time.
You did good. Look, yeah.